Yeah, you good.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to YGC. I'm Justin alongside Brandon, Bruce, and a depressed Giants fan, Billy. Maybe brighter times are ahead, Billy. No worries. Week 10 in the books. We're going to be doing some midseason awards as we are past the midpoint way of the NFL right now. Quickly, though, let's recap the week that was. CJ Stroud has firmly cemented himself in the MVP combo with the win over the Bengals. 49ers made a huge statement win after a bye week as they completely blew the doors off the Jaguars. The legend of Josh Dobbs continues to grow. The Steelers somehow keep on winning and are 6-3. Shout out to them for that. Ravens let one get away from them against the Browns, and it feels like when they lose games, that's the way they do it. Antonio Pierce is now 2-0 as the interim head coach, as the Jets are allergic to touchdowns, and once again remind me I was born to suffer. And last but not least, welcome back to Kyler Murray. How you guys feeling as all of our teams are on the losing side this week?
How do you think I feel, Justin? Honestly,
I'm sure you don't.
The state of New York is allergic to touchdowns. That's just what it is.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm just numb to it at this point. As a Jets fan, I don't care. I almost don't give a fuck. It is what it is. The defense is legit one of the best in the league, and their offense is bottom fucking one. They can't get in the end zone. It's not one person. That's all you're gonna see on social media and the fans. Everything. Everyone's gonna say it's Salo or it's Zach or it's the O line or it's penalties or it's holding. It all starts at top. I'm not gonna discount that. Someone will say drop. At the end of the day, nothing ever clicks. That's my big thing. What happened?
Garrett Wilson, I don't know about him.
What do you mean know about Garrett Wilson? What do you mean you don't know about him? He's the only guy on that team can fucking separate.
Yeah, Alan Lazard, bro.
Alan Lazard's a glorified fucking tight end. Once Corey retired, that was a problem right away, and they never addressed it. But what do I know? But, yeah, it's the play calling's terrible. Zach's not good. I know Zach is going to get a shit ton of people pointing at him because of the interception and fumbles, but it's not like he's the only problem. There's problems along the O-line. There's problems among the wide receivers and drops. The personnel use should still make no sense to me. Breece Hall gets a huge fucking gain in the passing game, and then they don't use him again in the passing game. They haven't scored a touchdown since he took one to the house against the Giants, which was in the first quarter of that game. They have played that whole game now, some overtime, a game against the Chargers, and now a full game against the Raiders, and they have not scored a touchdown. So people are going to be calling for Salah's job, as you said. I'm not going to sit here and, passionately defend it at this point because it does start up top. Changes do need to be made of some sort. I ultimately think no one does get fired or nothing does really happen outside of maybe Michael Carter is inactive and Izzy gets activated because at this point Michael Carter is one of the worst pass blocking running backs in the NFL and he is strictly just a third down back, which again, back to personnel usage makes no fucking sense. You have Breece Hall and Dalvin Cook who are better in the pass game than him and are also better at pass blocking than him, so I don't get why he's on the field in those situations. But again, what the fuck do I know? I've been saying for weeks CJ Uzomah needs to get the fuck off the field. He is the biggest reason they lost that game if we're really going to point fingers, but I'm just getting mad now, so you guys just talk football.
Brandon, you want to discuss Georgia?
There's not much positive to say on this side either. Go ahead, start, Billy.
Or the Giants just fully tanked.
Bro, what do you mean? Didn't y'all lose? Didn't y'all lose to the Lions?
Bruce, we lost the same way we lose every single game, bro. It's starting to get a little. I don't know anymore, bro.
Tell me about
it. We can't stop anyone on defense at all. Justin Herbert has to play hero every single game. He has been playing hero. It's not working anymore. The defense can't stop anyone. Daniel Popper's even saying it too now. But I've been talking about this too. We can't stop any stars. Travis Kelce had four yards all last week. He had, I think, 187 against the Chargers. Tyreek Hill had 200 against us. Every player has their best game against the Chargers, and we have a defensive head coach. I'm tired of saying it. If anyone wants to say anything, they can say something. But the Chargers are abysmal on defense. Thank you.
Well, yeah, with the Chargers, well, like obviously all three of our teams lost, but the Giants have no quarterback. Jets have no quarterback. I feel like the Chargers should be good this year. They have their quarterback. They have stars. I just don't really.
You don't get it.
I don't
That's the
get
right
it.
word. Yeah, I don't get it either, Billy.
I don't think.
I've watched this sport for years, Billy, and there's nothing
Well,
I can say about it. Fuck the Eagles.
Hey,
Is that your boy?
yeah, what's up, Jamal?
Introduce myself real fine. You think I know, man?
Yeah, what's up, everybody? This is Jamal. You know, very dedicated Eagles fan. Hopping on the pod. He has some things, to say. He hyped.
Originally from 72, let him know that. I don't know.
Yeah, we can't hear you. We can't hear you. Your mic is muffled.
Hold on.
Nah.
Is your phone down?
Yeah, type shit. Hold on. Can you hear me?
Yeah, better.
Yeah, we barely can hear you.
Man, I just like that.
You got AirPods?
No, not really.
Yeah.
Yo, you may have to pick your phone up. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Nah, that's cool. Say no more. What's up with y'all, man?
What's good,
You
bro?
struggling,
Nice to
bro.
meet you.
Yeah, definitely not no Eagles fans. So, no
Yeah,
Chargers.
I heard.
It's perfect right now, honestly, too. You think you're the best team in the league?
I do. We
Nah.
are.
Like seriously?
49ers. 49ers just took 3 straight L's. They just bounced back, bro. You can't talk about somebody the best team that just took 3 straight L's. That's impossible. That's impossible. But I mean, I know Baltimore got a good challenge going on right now. Lamar looking like MVP Lamar, but I'm telling you, I can't trust him. I can't trust the person that hasn't sniffed the AFC Championship game. I can't.
All right, let's talk about NFC. Who you worried about in the NFC right now?
NFC, I'm saying Lions. I mean, they looking real good right now. I ain't gonna lie, they are 7-2. That was a good win yesterday.
Are you truly worried about them, though? Like, as an Eagles fan, are you truly worried about them?
No, not truly.
The Lions just don't care. They'll go for it 6 times in a row, and if they're hot, they'll get everything. It's just, no, they're not. I'm not even gonna laugh at them because they may end up winning the Super Bowl this year, but they're not the Eagles. Second best O-line in the league, though. Give them that.
Yeah, top 5. I'll give them top 5. 49ers can give them a run.
I mean, just because Trent Williams did.
I think as a whole, I think they are number 2. It's Philly.
Also, a question that me and Jamal have been talking about: who is better, AJ Brown or Tyreek Hill?
Tyreek Hill. What they say?
Tyreek's on pace for 2K, and we'll get to our midseason awards, and he'll probably be my Offensive Player of the Year pick. So I'm gonna go Tyreek. Considering you're an Eagles fan, I full on get why you would argue AJ, because AJ is playing at an elite level, second to none outside of Tyreek. So I'm not going to sit here and say there's no argument, but I'm leaning Tyreek because of how dynamic he is as a player. But AJ Brown is doing his fucking thing this year.
I can respect that.
Y'all saw what CD just said? CD said, I'm the top wide receiver in the league right now.
No, I seen that too.
Yeah, he said if y'all don't believe me, watch next week. They play Carolina next week, so he kind of it's a good time.
Jason Horn's back. Come on.
But this is a perfect time for you to do this too. Top 5 wide receivers in the league. We were talking about it before. Who you got?
You want the order or you just random?
The order is kind of crazy right now just because it's off the top. So let's get your top 5 consensus. We'll do that for everyone.
You got to go Tyreek. Yeah, I mean CD. I want to say just because of yards, you got to give it. What's that boy from Rams? Nakuka.
Puka.
Him. That's 3. That's 3, and just off of course AJ. That's my 4th one. My last one, I'm gonna go. I think I'm missing somebody. I want to give Mike Evans that respect. I want to give him that respect.
but I just can't right this second. So I'm a little stuck on that fifth one. Give me a second to think about it. That's my 4.
I give him 5 if he had even an average quarterback, but he's got.
I don't drop that ball. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
I think you're
Pretty sure
missing
about that statement.
for 5. I'll probably put Stephon Diggs in there. I like
Stephon.
4.
Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah. Garrett Wilson, if he had a QB, is working his way into that conversation.
Garrett Wilson is not. Oh my God,
Garrett's nice.
if he
Garrett's
had
nice.
a
I don't give a fuck.
QB.
he's not here. He's fumbling balls, dropping passes. I don't know, man.
Fumbling balls, yeah, one fumble. Dropping passes. He had a drop last game, bro. Just get off of it.
He's basically the only
Get
target,
off
bro.
of it.
Bro, get me
Devontae Adams, too.
T. Higgins over Garrett Wilson, bro.
T.
That's fine too.
Higgins?
T. Higgins is nice. It's just I'm not.
Nah. You said
Hey,
T. Higgins?
We say
I'm
JJ
saying
too?
Rashid Shaheed, and I respect Rashid Shaheed, and he is
Yeah.
nice as fuck. But
Garrett Wilson too, bro.
Did we say JJ before?
JJ's top 5 still. I know he's hurt, but JJ is still
And
top
Chase.
5.
Right. I was trying to do right now, so that's why I was leaving JJ.
No,
out.
I get what you're. That's If I'm doing like based off of this season, I think 1 and 2 you gotta Tyreek and AJ.
No, Diggs number 3 in my opinion.
Diggs is fucking balling. Diggs just seems like he's open every goddamn play. It's not like they have the greatest like. I don't know. I mean, I don't like Gabe Davis a lot.
It's a good team.
They don't have like the greatest core around him. Even I know Kincaid's coming into his own.
He's nice.
Allen's had his games where he's looked great and then he's looked okay, but Diggs is definitely in my top 5 somewhere.
And Amon-Ra too. That's the last one.
That was my last one.
Guy.
Amon-Ra. Well, it was against the Chargers, so that game don't count. Any game against the Chargers don't count. I'm not gonna lie. You put 200 yards against the Chargers, you better put up 200
I was
yards.
gonna take his over. Like he texted me like about like how he's about to go off, and I was watching Red Zone. I didn't realize the game started yet, and I was like, "Fuck!" He already had like 40 yards when I looked at it. I was like, "I'm not even gonna touch it anymore."
Bro, I took that 4:00 slate. I don't know if anyone's degenerates like us and they gamble, but I took everyone on that 4:00 slate, and then who did I put? I put D-Hop. One person from the 1:00 slate. I was like, all right, D-Hop's probably gonna have a decent game. He finished like 27 yards. Every bet hit besides that D-Hop bet, and if that D-Hop bet just hit, it would have been a great day. But my dumb ass decides to believe in D-Hop because Matt's over here texting me about Will Levis saying he's better than Justin Herbert.
Everybody was.
Nah, that's him. He text you that?
Yeah, he did text me that.
That's
crazy.
Justin Herbert fell out of that top 5.
Bro, how? Stop talking, bro.
He's top 5 in the league.
No, Justin Herbert not top 5. He's about top 7.
Bro, he's always all right. So if y'all want to go with the injury conversation, we can go with the injury conversation. But when he's healthy, he can't even run right now. He's legit just throwing the ball.
He had last year's elbow or ribs. It's like always something.
Yo, Billy, who's your quarterback right now, bro?
Tommy did, bro.
Yo, can we talk about Deshaun Watson too before we get to the midseason awards? Because
I know. Wait, hold on. I don't know why you guys victory lap in the chat mid game. You guys always do it. You victory lap mid game and then it bites you in the ass.
Bruce, feeling your boy about the bullshit you were talking about.
Yo, first of all, bro, Deshaun Watson has no heart, bro. I got him in fantasy, bro. And it's no disrespect to Deshaun Watson, but and I know he snapped that game. Everybody gonna be on me about that, but bro, it took him to week 10.
Bro, he just started playing for the first time in like 10 years. What do you expect?
Nah, tell him what you were saying, bro, about the Browns. How about Baker?
Oh yeah, the Browns. Yo, so
you're a Baker fan.
The Browns really, but it's like, bro, for the same production, bro, they for real could have kept Baker. Like,
but Bruce, your mind couldn't comprehend the fact that the Browns could be a bad order.
Could be true.
And Baker Mayfield's average,
bro, it's the same
Baker was a top 12 quarterback.
All right. That first half literally was keeping them in the game. Even the first game of the season when Nick Chubb was in the game, it was just like after Nick Chubb got hurt, it was like they gotta adjust the offense. Everything was around Nick Chubb. It's like, bro, if you was really that QB, really that elite, all right, I understand that. No, Nick Chubb is that player. But I'm talking about if you really that elite QB, and it's like, all right, bro, now it's like you supposed to be the next star. Like, "Hey, you the next line up. Like you supposed to do something." He did not do
Nah.
nothing until week
And
10.
no one says he really is. The biggest thing about them is the big contract they gave him. It's a big talking point
Right,
whenever you talk
right.
about the Browns.
But it's like, all right, the problem is with Baker Mayfield, there was like Nick Chubb was carrying him, the defense was carrying him. I see the same thing with
Got
Deshaun
desperate.
Watson.
They got
Untimely
desperate
picks.
and traded for a guy that didn't play football for a year, had pending legal issues, got suspended for 11 games, and gave him a full guaranteed contract because they got desperate and saw what he did with the Texans. In 2020, he was a top 5 quarterback. He didn't play football for a year and a half. So they panicked, and
And he's
they're
still
winning right now. So
Bro, it was a
And you
gamble.
started. Nah, go ahead, Mo.
Oh no, I was just saying that was definitely a gamble. It was just a gamble, bro. It wasn't a bad gamble. The name was right. It's Deshaun Watson. That's the same shit. Like, what they did with the Jets did with Aaron Rodgers, pretty much. You think they thought that nigga was going? I mean, they thought that man was going to tear his ACL and
four plays in, yeah.
I want to get
No one did.
Can we get a poll? How many people started Deshaun Watson in fantasy this week too? Like who did that? And then who's talking that much shit about him, bro?
Yeah,
Yo,
I did that. Bro.
And you had Baker Mayfield on the bench after talking all that shit, bro.
No, that was
Hilarious.
you couldn't write it,
Deshaun
bro.
Watson starting and Baker Mayfield on the bench.
Yeah.
See
Bro.
what you're saying, bro.
Bro.
Yeah, but it's like, bro, for the same production, bro. The Browns really could have kept Baker.
I get what you're saying. You're not all right, hold on. You're not wrong with the Browns, especially in hindsight, shouldn't have done what they did. And fully guaranteed and giving him the money they did, and then trading away all the draft capital. Even when it happened, it was like that's a lot to give up for a guy with, well, we all know. And I'll give you that. You can make the case they should have maybe stayed with Baker for one more year, see what happens. But like, I don't think Baker was the guy that was going to get them to the promised land either. They wanted to find a better option. Did they go about it the right way and even get, like, in terms of buck for buck, a better option? No. But it doesn't mean Baker Mayfield is this like savior or anything. Like he's the average quarterback that can win you games
at best.
At best, not at best, he could be above average outward. At worst,
At best,
trash. At best, above average.
Yes, that's average. At his best, he's an above average quarterback. At his worst, he's fucking awful at the average quarterback.
Yeah.
That's what it is. But with all this QB talk, you guys want to do mid-season awards as we fit that midpoint?
I'm down. I'm good for whatever.
Okay. All right. We'll start off with MVP. As of right now, today, actually, we'll recap me, Billy, and Brandon's picks that we made back in August. Me and Billy both had Trevor Lawrence. I'll take the L on that.
Yeah.
Brandon, you had Justin Herbert.
Well, Brandon's just ridiculous.
Oh, this gets better as we're going. I can't wait to get to Rookie of the Year. But who you guys, as of right now, who's the MVP? Who's the front runner?
MVP is whoever plays the Chargers on offense. Who any week, you know. That's my vote.
It's neck and neck for me. It's too close. I want to say Hurts, but if you look at him and Patrick Mahomes' stats, they equal damn near. So
you said Mahomes? You look at Mahomes and Russell Wilson stats. they're equal.
And they looking close, right? Exactly. So to me, it's no clear cut right now for me.
Mr. Lamar Jackson.
Nah, it is.
Lamar Jackson.
It is Lamar. I can't lie.
Not Lamar, bro.
He's not Lamar.
The toughest division in the NFL
Today,
right now.
As of right now, it's CJ Stroud.
He's not winning.
For real. If you want,
he is. I don't know if he'll win it, but today, right now, he is the MVP. He's the MVP.
They're just gonna give him Offensive Rookie of the Year. They're not gonna give him MVP.
Yeah, he should get MVP. I don't think he'll keep up enough of like the elite play.
He's already been
probably, but he's blowing the fuck out.
He's already been Herbert.
If Lamar won on this past week, I think I would have still said Lamar because I was ready to come on here and say Lamar's the MVP. But right now, I got to give credit where credit is due. It's CJ.
I think the top two contenders is either Jalen Hurts or Lamar Jackson. I don't see Patrick Mahomes getting the third one.
I can see Jalen getting back into the convo though with how they keep winning, and it takes one. Oh my God! Like he had 300 yards passing, 3 touchdowns. He ran for a touchdown. It's like, oh, this guy's the best player. Like it takes one game like that.
It's close right now.
Like I don't think there's not a clear cut, and I don't think last year at this time there was full on a clear cut. I mean, it was mostly Mahomes versus Hurts, but there was definitely a conversation. Offensive player of the year, Brandon. You had Austin Eckler.
Yo.
I had Christian McCaffrey, and Billy, you had Amon-Ra. I think CMC still has a shot at it, but I gotta go Reek.
Tyreek Hill and not even close.
Yeah.
You know,
Reek on pace for 2K.
Tyreek.
1K always open. I mean, is it at 1K or CMC?
I think CMC has a legit shot at it too still. And AJ, fuck yeah, that conversation. I think it's those 3 guys. I think can we all come to an agreement that this should be a skill position award and not a quarterback award? Like QB shouldn't be able to win this award, honestly.
Yeah.
No one on the Chargers is winning this one, unfortunately. Bro, Keenan Allen, hold up. Keenan Allen does make a case.
Keenan's not winning.
Hold up, bro.
Keenan's nice, but he's not winning.
These last few weeks, bro. And CD. I'm gonna say that real quick. I'm gonna show Keenan Allen love whenever I can. He 31 and balling right now.
I'm happy Keenan came through for you when you said he was top 10.
Yeah.
I'm happy
in the league,
because he's doing his thing this year.
Yeah, shout out him. Shout out Mike Williams if he played, because I thought Mike Williams was gonna have a better year than him. So,
all right. So we're all on Reek, CMC, and AJ. Is there any other?
Throw Keenan in there.
You're throwing Keenan?
No, you're wild.
He's nice. He's 30, but
bro, he's always forever underrated. Regardless, if he doesn't get a vote, then that's crazy.
On the defensive player of the year, I had Myles Garrett. Billy, you had TJ Watt. Brandon, you had Khalil Mack.
Yo. He had one game, bro. He had 6 sacks in one game. Yeah,
I do not say both. Maybe you said Bosa or Khalil Mack.
I think I said Bosa on the low, which is even worse, kind of right now.
Mm-hmm.
But shout out my man Derwin James, bro. Let him play football.
Bro, why do we keep talking about the Chargers? Nobody cares about them.
Yo, bro. let me get it out, bro. We need national media coverage, bro. But my defensive player of the year is Aloy Gilman. He's been playing really well.
Yo, bro, who is you on the Chargers?
He ain't on the chart, bro.
Who's the defensive player of the year, bro? Right now, who's the defensive player of the year?
Dexter Lawrence, baby.
Kayvon Thibodeau.
I like TJ Adrian Hudson.
I think I might have been right though. TJ Watt.
Yeah, I like TJ.
I think
Myles Garrett probably.
Yeah, Myles Garrett is actually
I think that comes down to the wire.
Myles Garrett is due for one.
Yeah.
That's what made me pick him at the beginning of the year.
And guess what? Andrew Thomas put the brakes on Michael Parsons.
Yeah, that whole game. Y'all scored 17 points.
What did Michael Parsons do? What did Michael Parsons do that game?
Zero my fantasy.
Yeah, Billy, let him know. What did Michael Parsons do that game? Nathaniel.
Turn that shit out.
Billy didn't watch that game.
He didn't watch that. Damn, that's crazy.
Off at halftime, bro.
Just know Michael Parsons
wasn't 5 times though.
Michael Parsons wasn't getting to the QB. That's what I know.
Kayvon Thibodeau has more sacks than Michael Parsons, so let's talk about it.
Next,
do you think Kayvon Thibodeau is better than Michael Parsons?
No, but I feel like Dexter.
Dex deserves some love. I think Dex is gonna get first team All Pro. He's playing. He's the best
interior defensive lineman in the NFL right now. Who's better?
Who's the best defensive lineman?
Interior defensive lineman is Dexter Lawrence is the best.
Jalen Carter.
He's not better than him.
Rookie. Most pressures in the league right now. Rookie. Might get rookie of the year for real. I forgot about Jalen Carter.
He might get the year, but
Josh Sweat got six sacks that nobody want to talk about. That same as he tied with I think like Bosa or somebody. But nobody talk about
Joey Bosa or Nick Bosa.
I
think Nick had a.
I think it's Nick. Yeah, it's not his brother. His brother.
Nobody's talking about Nick Bosa.
It's Nick.
because first thing, that San Francisco defensive line looked a little scary last week. No,
Nick Bosa and Chase Young together is going to be fucking annoying.
Yeah. You ready for that as Eagles fan, man? That number one offensive line gonna have something to worry about.
Yeah, it is.
Nick Bosa and Chase Young is crazy.
It really fucking is. Like, why did?
For
It's fucking insane. My favorite category: offensive rookie of the year. Brandon,
CJ Stroud, obviously.
you picked Quentin Johnson back in August. Bill, you picked Jalen Hyatt back in August, and I picked Bryce Young.
Woo! We were all pretty.
Yeah, that
Let's
take is
all
hot.
come together and say it's CJ Stroud.
It's
Yeah.
CJ Stroud.
It's CJ.
It's CJ Stroud.
Hey,
Just
that
know
Chargers
if
defense looking pretty good
just
out.
know if Anthony Richardson did not get hurt, he's competing. But
No, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think it'll be close.
Anthony Richardson, bro, they were booming him every single time, bro.
yeah, he's 250. You can't just hit Anthony Richardson like softly. He's 250. That's going to take a lot to take him down.
Bro, they were cracking him, bro.
What do you
You
mean?
got it cracking.
Bro, and then I knew the Titans game because the Titans always be hitting mad hard, bro. But when he comes back, the Colts would be a playoff team. They had it. Well, they would be
No, they
probably.
wouldn't.
Yes, they would. Anthony
No, they
Richardson,
wouldn't.
bro. Did you see Gardner Minshew last game?
Yeah, he won.
Yo, he was overthrowing everyone, bro.
Playing that better than him.
Bro, do you know? Hold up, let me make sure I got
He
the.
changes their offense.
Yeah, he'll get
A
hurt.
much more dynamic offense.
Tank Dell first. Wait, Tank Dell's on their team, right? Or am I getting it wrong?
It might be better, but they're not a playoff team.
What about Tank Dell? He's on the Texans. If you're mistaking him and Josh Downs,
I'm mistaking him with Josh Downs, low key. They're basically the same player, but
kind of.
I think they're better than Puka Nacua. First thing, those two, they're going to be better than Puka Nacua. Josh Downs with Anthony Richardson, Michael Pippen Jr., Alec Pierce. I'm still high on low key. That's going to be
your teams should have drafted. Actually, every one of our teams should have drafted Josh Downs. Josh Downs should not have been available 79th overall.
And Jonathan Taylor. If they had any type of defense,
The Colts making the playoffs next year. Then
throw
throw 20 on the playoffs next year.
You know, bro, I'll throw 100.
Huh?
I'll throw 100.
All right.
I love how you guys are going to make $100 bet on that before we're even out of the season. Like, you don't even know what the fuck that team's going to look like.
I know they got Shane,
no,
they got
like,
Shane Steichen as head coach, bro. That's all I need.
yeah. All right, what's the next one, Justin? What's the next
Shout out to Matt. Matt called CJ Stroud back in August. Defensive rookie of the year. I said Will Anderson. Brandon said Will Anderson. Bill, you said Christian Gonzalez. I'm going to go with Jalen Carter. He's
my dog.
Again, he's one of the best interior linemen in the league already. He shouldn't have been available at the 9th overall pick. I understand the legal issues, but the league overthought that.
I got Thule.
Bro, I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
I meant to say him before, but
Jesus.
I got what is it? Thule, whatever his name is, man, from the Chargers. He's actually balling this year.
Bro, the Chargers, bro. Nobody cares about them, bro.
Bro, that's my guy, bro.
That's the only two fans they got. We don't gotta keep talking about them.
Who?
That lady on the sideline, bro. You and her, the only fans.
Bro, I told you we got Mario Lopez. We got LaDainian Tomlinson. Hey, bro. Who else we got?
Chargers
fans, bro. They out here.
Know what? You said a player that used to play for you guys as your fan.
He likes the team, bro. Justin Herbert grew up a Chargers fan. We got the Guilty as Charged podcast. They're a real thing. The Chargers Chat podcast.
Yeah, KKS.
Harry. We got fans, bro. Stop sleeping on us. They're just spread out. They're not in one condensed location. They're just like in every neighborhood, there's gonna be a Chargers jersey. That is.
All right, bro. Justin, the next one.
Do any of us have Jalen Carter? Or no, not have Jalen Carter?
I got him.
Brandon, who's like your legit pick?
What's the old boy from the Seahawks?
Devon Witherspoon. I would say he's my number 2 right now.
I like him.
Coach of the year.
Brandon Staley.
That was your pick in August.
D'Amico,
Billy,
right?
you said Doug Peterson. I said Mike McDaniel. Actually, none of us said Dan Campbell back in August when it's gonna be Dan Campbell most likely.
What's that? Miami?
They're gonna give it to Dan Campbell.
What that? Miami?
Coach of the year.
Nah, that's
What happened?
Lions.
Oh, Lions. Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
What?
should be the-
They're gonna give it to Dan Campbell.
You just don't like the Lions.
Who's gonna get it over him?
Dan
Outside
Campbell.
Kevin O'Connell.
Nobody gonna
Kevin
respect
O'Connell should be
D'Amico
making the
Ryan.
case, but
Kevin
D'Amico
O'Connell
makes the case too.
He's
Not
doing it
D'Amico.
with a worse roster.
That Texas roster wasn't.
Bro, come on,
NCDC
compared to
has
the
the
Lions
narrative on
roster,
it
bro,
too.
we're
He
not
has the
gonna
narrative
gas
on
it,
his
bro.
side. He has the narrative on his side.
Yeah.
Like,
Everyone
loves the Lions.
bro.
Would be them if they wasn't 0-6.
Oh my god, bro! The NFL don't want to see me like All right, bro. How though? Like D'Amico,
Bruce, you just hate it, bro.
what? D'Amico Ryan's haven't been doing his thing.
D'Amico's
sit here
in the
and say, nah, bro?
conversation, but you can't say Dan Campbell isn't. Even if you don't think he should win it, if you think D'Amico should win it,
D'Amico
Dan
should
Campbell,
win it.
then Dan Campbell's not far behind. He's definitely in the conference though. But he also has the narrative on his side of
What
the
narrative?
whole time he's been in Detroit. Watching
That
the
he
team
can't-
go from shit to now a really good team and contender.
Come on, Super Bowl contenders. Word.
Yeah. Like,
Super Bowl contenders. All right,
But, you
bro,
know,
this
they-
is
you know they
crazy.
Super Bowl
Yeah. All right, bro. All right. I guess. I mean, it's a regular season award. I'm just
Yeah.
trying to figure out like this team was like low key. They was trying to come back and make the playoffs. They could have made it, but they lost games. So it was like
What do you
was
mean they
right
won like
there.
their last 8, bro?
All Dan Cable did was do his job this year. Was supposed to make the playoffs. That's his job. Like
They're
D'Amico
7-2.
Ryan is overachieving. Like you're
yes,
not gonna give
D'Amico
him that?
definitely. And again, if the Texans make the playoffs, he might get it over Dan Campbell off the fact that he makes the playoffs in the AFC. No one expected him to make the playoffs. Kind of what happened last year.
with
Bruce,
the Giants.
comment section
Right.
about that.
I'm just saying Dan Campbell is doing his job. Like this year he was gonna be under pressure. Like if he did make the playoffs, everyone's gonna be like, yo, Dan Campbell, like what's good with you? D'Amico Ryans is overachieving.
You don't think
think
7-2 is overachieving for the Lions? Honestly, beating the Chiefs,
Mm.
beating the Chargers, beating all these teams, bro.
Have a legit shot. At the
I guess. I mean,
Don't switch up now, bro. You already
I said if you think it's overachieving for a team, I mean, I guess.
you beat the Chiefs week 1, first game of the season.
I guess.
I think it's more so the quarterback, bro, than the coaching. For real. I'm gonna put it more so on CJ head than the coaching.
Yeah, but D'Amico Ryans is a defensive coach. He don't really got that many pieces on defense.
Nah, that defense.
That defense,
What?
has been good,
Because of coach.
that defense has been sneaky good all fucking year. I mean, they got Jalen Petrie, Derek Stingley's back. I know he did give up a bad touchdown, I believe, if I remember correctly. But Blake Cashman's having a really good season at linebacker now that he's healthy.
And they
Shout
just
out
beat
to
the
Jets legend.
Yeah.
Bengals, so.
Well, no, it's Bruce. I get where you're coming from. D'Amico has a legit shot at it, and if they make the playoffs, he should. But I think the narrative that MCDC has had, the story behind him, is more what I'm trying to say, is going to definitely lead him to getting it. And if they get the first seed, he'll get it.
Sorry.
Good story. They love a good story, bro.
Yeah.
Love a good story. They do.
I would do comeback player of the year, but I'm going to be honest. I just think because he took a snap, DeMar Hamlin's going to get it. He's like the overwhelming favorite still.
Who would I say? Derwin James?
You
Bro.
said
Where is he coming back from, bro?
Nigga about to die. I mean, he's about to die.
Now talk about Derwin James.
you said JC Jackson.
JC Jack, bro, he not even on the team no more,
Dude.
bro.
Billy, you said Derek Carr.
I said Derek Carr.
Yo,
That was a good take. Derek
I
Carr,
said
that's a good
Brees.
take.
Derek Carr, bro, he got hurt last game.
Because we all said because what we did, we said comeback player of the year if DeMar doesn't win it. Like if it wasn't DeMar, because if DeMar takes a snap, he's gonna get it.
I dead ass said J.C. Jackson.
You dead ass said J.C. Jackson. I watched it over. Your picks in whole were Herbo for MVP, Austin Eckler for Offensive Player of the Year, Khalil Mack or Joey Bosa Defensive Player of the Year,
Yeah.
Quinton Johnson Offensive Rookie. You switched it up with Defensive Rookie with Will Anderson.
I couldn't pronounce Thule's name at the moment, but it really was Thule.
Comeback Player of the Year J.C. Jackson, and Coach of the Year you said Brandon.
Hey, man.
Fucking sweep of Chargers right there.
Yeah, that sound like that Chargers team supposed to
Bruce.
be 10-0 right now.
Bruce, you're a Giants fan, dog.
Word.
No, he's
Don't
not.
do that.
Word.
Billy, how do you feel? Speaking of the Giants, we'll pivot to that. How do you feel rooting to lose?
Yo, I feel
Going
like
forward?
watching that game, it's like I feel like Brian Dable's trying to lose. To be honest with you,
Like you saying rooting to lose, like it's what? Like I'm praying on Giants downfall.
no,
No,
I'm
Billy is.
rooting for them to lose because I need them to draft Caleb Williams. I need them
All right.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, they're not winning anything with Tommy DeVito. I mean, that dude.
Oh, I don't think they're not going to win a game with him.
They're not game the rest of
If
the
they're
year.
trying to win, Tyrod needs to come back, and I believe he has 2 more weeks.
I trusted Tyrod. I told Bruce that. Didn't I tell you?
On the sideline because they'll win.
I
I need
like Tyrod.
Well, how worried are you about that Patriots game?
Oh, they play Patriots. Y'all play Patriots this weekend? Because I know we play. What you talking about?
Giants. Giants play Patriots in 2 weeks.
No, I'm not worried at all. The reason why I say I'm not worried is because I feel like you said, I feel like the Giants is in a state of mind where they already trying to lose out anyway. So they already playing for picks anyway. So it's like, what does that really matter to the Eagles? What do I care if the Giants win or lose, technically?
The Giants are sorry. Like, actually, just really sorry, bro. I'm sorry.
No, they are. They're
And y'all have a rough ass schedule. So you guys are not going to win many games. Washington.
But they play teams that are going to be vying for, like, if they lose to them.
Giants game is a tankathon. I need the Giants to lose that game.
Washington is going to be a scarier one.
Washington should beat the Giants unless they have Tyrod again. But Washington should beat. I don't think they get scored by them. I think the Patriot game is interesting because both those teams on a collision course, being 2-8 right now, down a collision course of facing each other with just 2 wins. You guys also play the Packers and the Rams. I think 2 teams that I would say are better, but
and we got Marcus Mariota week 17.
If Tyrod is in any of those games, I'm worried that the Giants win. But if Tommy DeVito,
what Bruce just said is
Marcus Mariota week 17.
Because you might have a scenario week 17 where the Eagles have the first seed wrapped up.
Thank you. That's
or week 18. Yeah, last game of the season, it's possible the Eagles are not playing their starters.
Maybe even the first one, because we play Giants, somebody, then Giants again. So he might not even play that first one. If we seal it by then, because we can do that by then. We got next 4 games is tough. We got Chiefs, Bills, Niners, Cowboys. We win.
Well, the Eagles stretch coming up is going to determine, I think, how good they are. Because I think there are some people that question them going forward with how their past defense has been.
Secondary,
their offense sometimes doesn't look like it's clicking as good as it should be or it was last year. Mm-hmm. So I do think big stretch of games coming up. If they go 3-1, then we're really talking.
No, 3-1 is yeah. I got us 50-50 only because that Cowboys one probably gonna jip us a little bit, and then we bound to probably lose one of these next ones.
Mm-hmm. Billy said it's dinner time. All right, shout out to Billy. Thanks for coming.
Yeah. Bro, I was thinking too, like, I don't know, low key, we might have to run it back with Daniel Jones and get an O lineman.
You waiting for him to leave.
Oh no, I was gonna say that after y'all was done talking, and he Billy not gonna believe me, but like or stay on my side, but
Make your case.
low key, like, and we get a right tackle that actually could play good. Our O line could jump.
Need more than a right tackle, bro.
Nah. It's literally the right tackle. I mean, we just drafted a solid center. Justin Pugh came in at left guard. Andrew Thomas is the top three left
You
tackle.
can't be your fucking long term answer though. You do need to
It's
fix
not a long term answer, but it is not a reason for us to draft a left guard. We need something on the right side. Our right side is the weakest side.
Oh no, I do agree that Evan Neal, as of today, right now, and going forward until proven otherwise, is a draft bust.
Yeah, so that's what I say. We get that right tackle. I mean, yeah, it
Well,
is.
it gets interesting if Tyrod comes back. Because if
Agreed.
you guys win enough, because I think if DeVito plays going forward, I don't know how the fuck you guys pull games out of your ass. You'll probably get the first pick if DeVito plays, or second, because who knows? I think
Arizona.
Carolina is going to rattle off some wins here and there. But if you guys play yourself out of Caleb or Drake May, then the conversation becomes: do you take a tackle like Joe Alt from Notre Dame, or the guy from Penn State? I can't pronounce his fucking name without looking at it and reading it. Or do you go the Marvin Harrison route? Because you guys need a number one. You guys do not have. I said it during the offseason. You guys have a lot of slot receivers and gadget players. You guys don't have a true number one receiver out there.
Thank you.
I like Rondell Robinson. I like what Jalen Hyatt can bring to the table, I think, if he develops. I don't think either one of them are a true guy that's going to go out there and all the attention the defense is going to give to them. I know Darren Waller was brought in to be that number one guy for you, but obviously that hasn't worked anywhere near the amount. And he's also getting up there in age now, and he's a tight end.
Right.
And he's been hurt. Go get there's this legit conversation. If they pick one or two, take the QB. But if they're picking and Caleb and Drake are not on the board anymore, there's conversations. I think it's going to be interesting if that happens.
No, because I feel like if they take an offensive tackle, then that's when you re-sign Saquon. But if you take Drake May or Caleb Williams, honestly, you shouldn't re-sign Saquon, and you gotta try to at least pick up a O-line man in free agency, because you can't spend that money on re-signing Saquon, and we need the O-line.
But they'd be on a rookie contract though.
What? No, I'm talking about, like, if we get Drake, so we get Caleb Williams, right? We let go of Saquon because we can't pay Saquon and then try to pick up O-line men on free agency. I mean,
free agency. Okay.
Yeah. That's what I said. So then we have to let Saquon walk and then pick up a O-line man in free agency, someone that has experience, right tackle, right guard, whoever one of those positions, and just fill that up. But if we go tackle, then re-sign Saquon, have him run in the trenches, create passing lanes, and then you can keep the same receivers. I mean, you could get little upgrades here and there, but it ain't gonna be nothing like too stellar.
They need to get someone. I think whether you draft someone or trade someone, you need to go get someone. Now, if you bring in a rookie, I'm still gonna say you need to still get someone, because we see with Bryce Young now, like, they traded away DJ Moore and now they have Adam Thielen, and that's it, and a whole bunch of guys that can't get open. And it's definitely hurting Bryce Young's development. And I think a big thing we need to talk about with the Panthers going forward is that they don't have draft capital. And
not at all.
I don't know how easy of a fix the Panthers as a whole are. To just
I thought they was gonna take Anthony Richardson or CJ Stroud.
When they traded up for one, I didn't think it was for Young. I thought it was for Richardson.
I thought Bryce Young was at least like the bottom three of those.
Oh no, Young was by a lot of people number one,
Yeah.
and I still think he can be a good QB. I just look at the situation they're in, and I was talking about it like after the game on Thursday. When they lost to the Bears, I was texting you guys in the chat and saying that like next year, like how much can this roster really change in 1 year without having a lot of draft capital?
Not at all. It's gonna be the same thing next year.
So like if they're pretty bad next year mid-season and Bryce looks the same in a what have you done for me lately league and in the modern era where your QB needs to show me something as quick as possible, and he's also set up in a bad place now because the guy who went after him is playing at an MVP level, as we've talked about.
Mhm.
Come mid-season next year, like I know Frank Reich just got hired, and I like Frank Reich, but they're gonna choose Bryce Young and his development, and hopefully bring in a different guy than I think Frank Reich.
For sure.
Like I don't think Frank Reich gets fired one and done. I mean, I guess nothing would ever shock me with an owner that could be impatient and rich, but it's just going forward. I'm curious to see how the Panthers play out because watching them, it's a little. I know Zach Wilson didn't work out, but it's similar to watching the Jets and Zach year one. Like I like certain things about the team, and they had a shit ton of draft capital, and maybe the QB can work out if you surround him because Bryce hasn't looked that good. They don't have the draft capital to draft 4 blue chip prospects that are going to come in and play right away like the Jets did to find out if Zach was full on that guy. Like Zach, they bought in Sauce, they bought in Garrett, they bought in JJ, they bought in Brees, they bought in free agents, and it was let's find out if Zach is the guy. Now, of course, they can still spend money and bring in free agents, but they kind of did that last year. They paid a lot of money to get Adam Thielen in there. They paid a lot of money to get Miles Sanders in there.
Word.
And I watched enough Eagles games last year. Miles Sanders wasn't worth that fucking money. Like, he was a product of the system.
No.
He always had I like Miles Sanders, but he was always a product of the system.
Yeah.
Like I think Chuba Hubbard's the best running back that Carolina has.
Right now.
Yeah, I think Chuba Hubbard's better than Sanders.
You know I like Miles Sanders too, man.
No, you are a big Miles Sanders fan. I think they paid a decent amount of money to Hayden Hurst. Now I don't know what their cap space looks like right now. I'm not saying like they're completely fucked and they can't like get anyone or go out in free agency and get capable people, but in terms of draft capital and building a team, spending all of what they did to get up there and get Bryce Young and how it's looked right. They were a team that looked like they were ready to bottom out, and they have bottomed out, and they gave away all their draft capital. So
They have.
I also want to talk about the Vikings. I know Kirk is due for a re-sign. I'm not saying it's a QB controversy because Josh Dobbs played one good game, but you also got
Play 2 good games. But go ahead.
two good games. Two games. All right. So
2 great games.
Right.
if you want to call it a QB controversy, I mean, I know Justin Jefferson is due for a contract. I mean, they're gonna have to give him the bag. Like we all know this, he's gonna have to get the bag.
Neither guy is the long-term answer that you just said.
We got to see where Josh Dobbs goes this year too. Like
You gotta see where Josh Dobbs go.
Yeah.
Like it's still.
If he makes it like if this division gets close, it may be time to start talking about Josh Dobbs because as a run pass option, he's ridiculous. Yeah. His ability to create space. He was making some plays that looked like he reminded me of a bigger Kyler Murray at times. I don't know how big his arm is.
They're a candidate, I think, because I don't think Kirk goes back there. I know Kirk is beloved by his teammates, but I think Minnesota knows there's a ceiling that Kirk Cousins gives you, and they're probably going to move off of giving him any money, especially when they got to give JJ a shit ton of money. I think they're a candidate to trade up and try to get a QB and go like the Chiefs route because they have an elite receiver. They have a good offensive line when fully healthy. They have an offensive head coach. That has been to the playoffs already and is now won games without Justin Jefferson and without Kirk Cousins. They're back in the playoff mix and everything. The defense is improving and getting better. It just needs, I think, to gel more and get more talent. And I think Brian Flores has done a good job as their DC, which is gone under the radar. But I don't think either one of those guys is the long-term answer. I mean, it'd be a great story if he gets them to the playoffs and even wins the game. But this is the same team that had Case Keenum go to the NFC Championship.
Yeah, but I feel like the problem is with the
And they
Vikings is that their defense always been low key subpar.
No, their defense is still subpar. It's just better than it was last year.
Like
But even
they
like
don't
last year
have
was
like a
Shout out
true.
Harrison Smith though. That's my guy.
They don't have like a
But
true like. I know. Who's on that D line going crazy? Like Hunter. His last name is
Daniil Hunter. Yeah, Daniil Hunter's nice.
They don't really have too many like superstar power on their defense, and that could be. I mean, you see teams in the playoffs like into a shootout is over.
I agree. No, their defense isn't. Again, it's not that good. But Flores has done a good enough job to keep them afloat defensively. And they themselves have improved week after week. Like you see, like they're getting better. Early in the fucking year, they look terrible. Now they look viable and are staying in games and are now winning games. Which is why, going back to the Coach of the Year debate, Kevin O'Connell has a legit case because he lost his QB to torn Achilles for the season, and he lost his star wide receiver. And they've won, I think, 5 in a row now. So
That's true.
I'm interested to see what the Vikings. Speaking of them, I'm interested to see what they do going forward. But with that said, I'm ready to wrap up this little football therapy session.
Mo, you got any plugs? You doing anything, man?
Like as far as what like I want to put out,
Yeah.
not exactly now. You know, I do my thing at work. I mean, I got little things going on with Bruce know about. I do little skits sometimes with my movie thing. I'm trying to get into that more so I might be trying to be on my directing shit. So if I need any help with that, we can all make something work with that. Let's do it.
Anytime,
Sounds good to
man.
me, bro. Thank you for coming on.
Of
Yeah.
course.
Anytime.
One more thing though, what's everybody's teams? I know he's Giants. What's yours?
I'm a
Chargers.
Jet fan.
Chargers and what else? Jets.
Jets. Yeah.
You got Saints too.
Okay.
You got Titans.
Got it. Okay, I like it. Everybody, I mean, on their own controversy. I like that.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, we have outside of Bruce and Billy and Corey all being Giants fans, we all are fans of different teams. It worked out great.
Yeah.
That we're all not just biased towards one team or whatever. But thank you for coming on. You can come on whenever. Just hit us up. And if you got anyone made it this far in the video, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. It's very much appreciated. Been here fucking around with us.
My guys. All right, buddy. I'm gonna talk to you soon.
Peace.